G'day, my name's Mick. In 2018 I sold everything and left the city life behind me to go on a big adventure around Australia. Many years later and I'm still living my dream, exploring the country in my four-wheel drive van called Gypsy and fishing. Till this day I still know that leaving the Matrix life behind me was the best move I've ever made. Join me for the ride as I live with the ultimate freedom. That doesn't sound good. Got a new clunk in the front end. Yeah, it's a bit boggy. With that new clunk, I've got to be a little bit careful because there's a good chance that I might be only able to use two-wheel drive in the very near future. Don't know. I'll have to have a look later on. Right now, I want to go fishing. Let's go this way. Oh, knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knocking. It sounds like axle diff related, but it's holding on fine. I'm sure it'll be good for many, many, many thousands of kilometers. Which parts haven't I replaced on this vehicle? Well, all that's really left is CVs, front diff, everything else has been done. Nice. This is what I'm looking for. Shady areas for the fish to hang out and ambush their prey. Around these areas I know there are a lot of yabbies, red claw, so I'm definitely going to chuck out a yabbie pot. Got my bag and grab 2 rods. Yeehaw. It's river time to explore. It's time to find the fish. This looks edible. This kind of succulent looking plant here. I don't know what it is, but it resembles something we have on the coastal areas called sea purslane. And this I'm going to look it up when I get back to the van. I reckon it's edible, but I never eat anything unless I know what it is. All right, let's see what kind of bait we got. It hasn't been long. We got some bait. No yabbies, but just as good, some freshwater prawns. I've seen these guys all over the country. They got little pinchers. They don't hurt much. You can let them bite you. I used to get these out of the Yarra River, even down in Victoria, Melbourne. Wow, okay, let's chuck him on. That's it, good presentation, let's send that out. Perfect. In the rod holder. This has got some weight. It's got weight. I've got something on here. I got a turtle. Oh no. I hate catching turtles. Absolutely hate it. Well, get the hook out of your mouth, buddy. Thank God he's hasn't swallowed or anything. Okay. I found this abandoned yabbie pot washed up in the river, probably from the floods, and I'm just giving it a quick repair job with some braid line so then I can run 2 pots. Bit of barramundi, make it a bit thinner, easy to cook. Back here, I have my little library. Check it out. Most of it's bush tucker books, and right now, this one's going to come in handy. This is probably the most well-known bush tucker book in Australia, and it's really good. There it is. That's what we're looking at today. Pigweed, also known as purslane. Oh yeah, wow. Yep. Awesome. Amigos, I've been accepted into the YouTube partner program. In other words, I can put ads on these videos. You guys have to sit through and get bored out of your tits, and then I get a tiny weeny bit of poo change from them. I haven't accepted. I'm going to try to keep this channel ad-free for as long as possible. However, I'm using all of my time basically to make these videos, all my energy, and I'm not getting any income at the moment at all. I've created a link in the description. If you guys want to support the channel, if you want to support me to keep catching fish, traveling Australia, and doing what I do, hit the link in the description, Streamlabs. You do your thing, you hit the PayPal thing, you do something there, and voila, I get a couple of dollars from you. Over and out. We've got some life in here. Awesome. I love discovering different types of fish. I don't like to just eat them. This, my friends, is a sleepy cod, and it is actually not meant to be inland this far. It is very common in the top end of Australia, probably from the Kimberleys all the way down to about Rockhampton. Now these guys, I don't normally see them much bigger than 200 to 250 mil, but they do get to about 1/2 meter and 3 kilos. They are excellent eating. I've never eaten one because they're usually only very, very, very small, and they're a very hardy fish. They can survive in water with very little oxygen, and they pretty much just sit on the bottom most of the time. They're pretty sluggish. I feel like they feed more at night time. An amazing native fish, just not meant to be around these areas. All right, buddy, I'm going to put you back in the water. Well, he had a good feed. He ate every single little prawn that was in there. That's good. Now I understand a little bit more. The water from these rivers travels thousands of kilometers to a massive inland lake that's actually very salty. A good start to the day. I'm going to make some breakfast. Tomatoes, fancy. Really lucky I got some internet here because I'm close to town. Apparently there's 13 different species in this river system, which is a lot. One translocated species, which is probably the Murray cod. Wow, Murray cod all the way up here. Weird. Go for a quick explore. Let's check out the river. I'm looking for structure in the water. Overhanging trees, dead logs, you name it. I want to find structure where fish are hanging out. Wow, what do we got here? Wow, no way. This would have been cut out by Aboriginal people a long time ago. I betcha it's probably been done on the other side as well. Wow, that might have been a canoe, might have been a shield, could have been a coolamon to carry things, even to cradle infants. I'll touch it. Oh, that's a piece of history right there. That's culture. Wow, I'm impressed. That's just made my day. Oh. A coolamon, if you don't know what it is, fancy way for saying a container to carry things. You can put your food on there. I should get a coolamon, that'd be sick. Get a coolamon, I'll put it somewhere on my roof. All right, gonna move around a bit. Let's go for a drive. Struggling to find any trees, branches, logs in the water. There's not many snags. It seems like they're all on that side of the river. If the water was higher, probably would have been a bit better, but hey, disturb you from having a drink on the water. Wow, some good looking kangaroos out here. Wow, nice. I reckon they'd box those ones. They look pretty strong. That one tried to have a fight with my drone the other day. If the water was higher, this would have been a great area, a great fish habitat to flick lures into. And I'll keep looking. I like this. I'll perch myself up here. I can cast into different areas out of the mud towards the weed bed. Oh shit. That's hollow. That's hollow, Gary. Here's better. It's alright, at least there's no crocodiles in this water. Now we're talking. We might be in business real soon. I found this with the drone. I like it. I like it a lot. Emu prints. Come down for a drink at the water. Well, I think it's safe to say that this crab pot has probably been lost, possibly in the last flood. It had a fish stuck in it. Oh, not good. Not good at all. They call it a black brim up here, but I know it's like a grunter. Similar to sooty grunter, they're a bit different. What an awesome fish. Check out these spots he's got on him. That's so bizarre. So different. Oh, glad I got him out of that net, because I reckon he might have been stuck in there and he could have potentially even died. I feel blessed I get to see this fish right now, because I've never seen this species before. It's very much a desert kind of inland species. All right, I'm putting him back in the water. Well, okay. Go on, mate, get out of here. Be more careful next time. These bloody nets. Obviously, nobody is coming back for it, and it's just a hazard to the life in the system here. Like, I believe it's the most responsible thing to do is remove it from the water. Is it repairable? Yeah, I could repair that. Yeah, I recycled that. Look at it, it's completely covered. It's completely covered in green algae and stuff. It's probably been in here for months. Taking that. I'm going back to camp. Egg time. Egg and salt. Can't go wrong. Oh wow, another scar tree. Oh, the history here is so rich. I can understand people living here, they definitely would have been using canoes, but also they were using to make shields in battles. Here's another one. They're all about the same size, like a good 1.5 to 2 meters. I love how resourceful the people were on these lands, how well they could use natural materials. I know for a fact that they made amazing quality nets for fishing and catching, you know, yabbies and freshwater crayfish and eels, and it was all good for the environment. There was no plastic, everything was natural. It was all natural fibers and wood and stones, and in many ways I think that that is much better than what we're using today with plastic and just stuff that goes into the environment, doesn't degrade for a long time. I feel like our Western culture has actually regressed in terms of consciousness, sustainability. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. Here I am holding a plastic bucket Maybe I should be making like coolamons and stuff out of bark. It really sucks that we're going backwards as human beings. We're not moving forward, we're going backwards. We're going more unconscious. We're going more wasteful. We're wasting ourselves away and the planet and just doing really crazy stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. Create my own world. Yep, more plastic waste product. Yep, more bloody plastic. We should have a license to use plastic, I reckon. Seriously, we shouldn't be using plastic at all. It just needs to be stopped straight away. Not good, Gary. Not good at all. Wow, look at the size of the yabbies here. Look at that shell. Before they get out. Yep, we got a fish. We got a whole fish in here. This is why you got to check them regularly, because you don't want to be killing fish. Oh, I reckon it's... Oh, it's another. The sleepy cods. Are you in here raiding my pod, are you, mate? There he is. Wow, sleepy cod. Oh, check him out. He's got his mouth open for me too. Look at the display that he's just done. How lucky are we? Check out his gob. Yep, it's full of prawns. I can see their antennae coming out. Wow, what an awesome fish. Round tail. Very good looking fishy. Can't get enough. He's pretty big, 25-ish, around 25 centimeters. Oh, my friend, I hope you had a good feed on all my prawns. I'm gonna let you go now. Have a wonderful night. It's good to see you. Hopefully I don't slip in the mud and fall in the water with you. Although I do need a bit of a bath. I'm so muddy at the moment. All right, that's enough talking. I'm so muddy here. Okay. Let's release you. These guys basically just sit on the bottom. Just in there. Bye-bye, my friend. Have a good day. Let's try out some potatoes, partially cooked. They're a little bit firm still. See how it works for these red claw yabbies. Apparently they're vegetarians. Right in the middle of the screen there, in the middle of that hollow log, I've got eyes on me. And it's not a spider. It's bigger than that. It's a small, looks like a small mammal, or it could even be frogs. Let's have a look. Ha! Hey there, little froglets. Yeah, you look so cute together. Look at them. Oh, they got scared. They heard something. It's alright, guys. Chilling out. They've retreated into the log. Barramundi sweet potato. My meals really don't cost much and they're very simple. This one, like most of them, cost me like $1 to make. Got some more shining eyes. What do we got this time? How's it going, my friend? Some food. Catch you later. Bye-bye. Good morning to you too. Sweet. Looks like the potatoes work. Only one. I could eat this one. Wow. Check out that yabbie. That's a good sized one, man. Oh, there's a fish in there too. I better go save him before he dies. I'm getting distracted. They've made it into these waterways and they've kind of invaded. And they're a bit of a pest here at the moment. Oh, we've got heaps of animals in this one. Okay, here's another good reason to always check your pots. You can get stuck in here and they die quite easily because they need to come get the air. I'm going to be converting to using potatoes from now on. Not only does it work, but it will probably stop meat-eating animals like cute little turtles from going into your pots. Do you really want to be killing turtles? Oh, mate. Hello there. Hello, little turtle. Hey, little buddy. How you going? So small. Look at your little tail. They got little tails. So cute. You gotta be careful though. You don't want to get bitten by one of these. That would hurt. Little character. Look at his little face. Wow. Alright, let's see if he just walks back in. Mate, you can go now. Go on. Get out of here. See you later. Sweet! Got another one. Another good red claw. Wow, wow, wow. They're just, seriously, freshwater crayfish, red claw. Amazing. It's a shame they taste so good. Now, what I'm going to do with this guy, because I'm going to eat him later on, I'll just chuck them in the freezer. My freezer's on at the moment. I don't always use the freezer because it uses a lot of power, but I've got so much barramundi, I kind of had to. Wow. All right, put them in the freezer because it's supposed to be the most humane way to put them to sleep. You could always just rip the head off pretty quickly, but that way I'll keep them fresh as well for later on. Stop mucking around, Mick. What are you doing? Put it in the freezer with the barramundi. All right, where are we now? Probably around here. All right. Just washed my dishes, and that much water creates the stickiest mud that your tires, your shoes, everything just gets really sticky. And guess what? It's starting to rain. I don't want to be here when this turns to stick and sticks all over my tires. Sometimes it just doesn't matter how good your four-wheel drive is. If it's a certain type of ground and it gets saturated and it turns just to absolute sludge, any four-wheel drive can get stuck. All joints all look pretty good. Bushes look good. There's no movement really anywhere. Tiny bit of play in the drive shaft. However, there is a little gap right there on the sway bar link. That would be best case scenario. This toolbox has got most of the sockets and spanners that I need. Alright, yes. Pretty sure that's the problem. Quite obvious that the thread kind of deteriorated. I can either just remove it completely altogether until I get new parts, but I actually just happen to have a spare one of these in my toolbox. And I think the lesson here is, and this is a good piece of advice for anyone else with the Mitsubishi Delica, or if you want to get one, I find that non-genuine parts, aftermarket parts like this, they're rubbish. If you want something that's going to last you long term, spend a few extra bucks and use original Mitsubishi parts. But yeah, this was not a genuine part. In fact, I'm going to look up my records and find out which brand it was, and I'll keep records of all my repairs because they're junk. The non-genuine parts, they use inferior materials. That metal is obviously a bit too soft. It should not have done that. That's absolute bullshit. This here is my workshop, my toolbox. I've got a big drawer there with a lot of different tools, mechanical, electrical, you name it, metalwork, my spare parts department, and more tools, which just pulls out like this. Base tools, and then I've got spare parts, and then in the bottom one, more electrical department. In terms of spare parts department, I've got all kinds of stuff, you name it, because I do mechanical, electrical, all my own maintenance and repairs. So I carry oils on me, do fabrication. I fabricate my own fire spinning staves because I'm a bit of a fire artist and I love playing with fire. Metal work, a lot of fabricating, a lot of cutting metal, making brackets, inventing things, you name it, all the stuff in this. So I'm always coming up with ideas for storage or for, little things that make life a little bit more easier on the road. There's a lot of gear in the van. To make it work efficiently, you've got to be organized. You've got to be creative with the way that you store things so that you can easily just get to whatever it is that you need without spending all your time and all your energy looking for stuff. Because living in a van, it's not like living in a house. It's a small space. Any space, any real estate needs to be used wisely if you want to live out of it long term and do things. Everything, fishing, there's a lot of gear. Mechanical, electrical, fabrication, filming, clothes, first aid. It's a lot of gear. There's nothing worse than going, oh, where's this tool, where's that tool? And then moving and pulling everything out. Next minute it's raining and you're like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I hate living in a van. You don't want to be in that place. So it's really good to work out what your activities are, where to put it, you know, where it's easily accessible. Boom, put a bucket there, put the pots there, dry something, there's my clothesline, boom, pull it out like that, hang it off a tree, and then it's easy to just pack up again. Easy peasy Japanesey. Right, so all my oils, engine oils, greases, lubricants, everything, absolutely everything I need. Grease gun, a spare sway bar link, and it was a little bit too short, and I remember saying, oh guys, you sent me the wrong one, and they're like, oh sorry, we'll send you out another one. But although it's shorter, it's still perfectly fine, it still do the job. Yeah, nah, they've got to be the same length until I get a new one. Better idea. Don't do that, Gary. They've got to be the same length. Go for a test drive. Wow, yeah, that was it. I tell you, without the sway bar link on, it does sway a lot more. There's a reason why we have sway bar links on our vehicles, and it's there for stability and safety. You know, you don't want to be on the freeway doing 100 and then, you know, you change lanes or you swerve and then the whole vehicle bloody tips over. This is only a temporary fix. I am going to order another sway bar link ASAP and chuck it in. I'm so happy though, that was the best case scenario. Been very busy editing videos today. I've just seen a weather warning that the Thompson River here is going to flood. There's massive amount of rain coming. Gonna get up in the morning, if it's doable, and I think it will be, I'm just gonna hit the road, find the next good river. This barramundi I've got isn't gonna last me forever. That's what happens on the road sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta hit the road. I'll see you in the morning, see what happens. This is where they made Qantas. Wow. The rains are coming to ruin all the fun. So it's time to hit the road. Go somewhere a little bit less muddy with fish and with yabbies. Goodbye Long Reach. Thank you. Train now, pull up here mate. I've got to pull over. I haven't seen this for a long time. I'm always looking at the vegetation on the side of the road and something caught my eye. A series of these cacti, these fruits here, these are edible. These are prickly pears. I'm gonna grab a few of those. But whenever I find food in the bush, I always try and grab it. Cool, eh? Good bush tucker. Hey, even if it's not native, it doesn't matter. Still bush tucker, still eat it. Pretty excited because I'm getting close to another permanent waterway, which means I'll be able to start exploring again. I've seen these weather patterns before. I've seen the warning signs a couple of days ago. I know that it's going to hang around for a long time, like could be a week, could be 2 weeks. When these weather systems come in and they're very slow, they can dump a lot of rain and roads get closed, which means you basically got to stay somewhere, and that's fine as long as I'm in an area where I'm going to be able to be productive, move around. I don't mind a bit of rain, don't mind getting wet, that's all good. It's just I want to keep fishing, keep exploring, keep filming. I just got reception and I was there and they're copping it now, and now I'm over here. So it looks like I've gotten out of the heavy rains. Cutting out again. Oh, that was a close call. I was cruising, had my wipers on, and all of a sudden the wiper just falls off. There was no one behind me, so I quickly pulled over and I grabbed it off the road. It's broken. The middle piece is broken off the arm. So I'm gonna have to, I really need wipers. There's no way I'm gonna be fixing this tiny piece of metal. This should be an easy fix. I reckon, by the look of it, probably the best thing to do. Yeah, they look identical. I'm just gonna swap this one, unbolt it, take this one off so I don't scratch any more my windshield. It did put a big scratch there. Yeah, just swap them over. Cool. Done deals. While we're on the topic, if I wasn't able to fix that, there is another option. There's a really good little product called Rain-X. It's a product that you apply to your windshield, and as soon as the rain hits it, it just beads straight off. And I've used it before. I remember our windscreen wipers weren't working on the big yellow truck that I had, and I couldn't get them to work at all. So I ended up applying this Rain-X stuff, and I didn't even need, after that, I didn't even need windscreen wipers anymore. Now, I did have some left over, but I carried it for so long and never used it. And I'm pretty sure I ended up giving it away to a backpacker who also had wiper problems.